Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 138 of MMT Millennial Movie Talk, a movie podcast with your friends here from South Australia, who we're in 2022 now, as much as it might look like we're in 2 years ago. I'm Braden. I'm joined, as always, by the wonderful Michael.
Hello.
The wonderful Alex.
Hi.
The wonderful Christian.
Hello.
Yes. And joining us from actual isolation, Steph.
Hello.
Steph, what's up with you? What are you doing?
I got the COVID.
You got the
Rona.
The big one. The big one. I thought I had it, then I tested negative, but on my way to get tested, I caught it with someone else that I was testing with. So big 2022 energy. Yeah. So we were all close contacts with someone. Thought that we were all going to get tested together. Wow. And then just being in the car with another positive case, my test came back negative, but developed symptoms since then, retested, then I was positive.
God.
So yeah.
Jesus Christ. That is a roller coaster.
Roller coaster.
And
it's all right. Text came through at 11:30 p.m. New Year's Eve.
My fan's on, and I thought that might make noise.
This is an excellent start to the year. I just want to say that.
Well,
the Zoom episodes, the Zoom, honestly, can I be honest? The Zoom episodes have such a better energy.
They're a strange energy. I'll give it that. It's way more casual.
Everyone's in their natural environments and things happen.
Yeah. That sounded like a threat, Chris.
Especially with a little tilt forward.
Yeah. I love it. Now, Alex, do we want to go straight into our first section that we want to talk about this week, which is last year?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to turn the fan off, but it's still very hot in here because I'm upstairs, so I'm messaging to turn the aircon on. Anyway, this is Zoom, and we're here, and let's talk about our top 10s of last year.
Oh,
yeah,
bit of rhyme, I spat. Bit of freestyle.
God damn, I love it. Who wants to start?
I'll start because I'm always the most annoying with this. So I'll get my spiel out and then I'll let everyone else talk.
I love it.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
So I have 5 honorable mentions just before, in no particular order. My 5 honorable mentions are No Time to Die, The Dry, Encanto, Raya, and King Richard.
Oh,
okay.
Very nice. Very nice.
Right, so coming in at number 10, this is still a work in progress. No, it's not. It's set in stone now. Number 10 is The Suicide Squad. There's not much else to say. It's probably the second best superhero to come out, last year. Like that movie. Number 9 is Power of the Dog. We can talk about that a bit later, but that hinges on like one performance that's just so incredible, and I do like the rest of the film. Number 8 was A Quiet Place Part 2. That was like number 2, 3 on my list for so long, but so many better movies came out. Number 7 is The Last Duel, the heavily underrated, underappreciated. That film is fantastic and it doesn't get the credit it deserves. Number 6, Christian's gonna kill me, but it's June. What else is to say about June? That's already been said. It's awesome. I can't wait to see part 2. Number 5, the GOAT himself had the biggest year ever. Andrew Garfield, Tick Tick Boom. What a great musical. At number 4 is a movie I literally just finished watching. It is The Green Knight with Dev Patel.
Damn.
That movie is so freaking good. And throughout watching it, I was like, oh, I bet you this happened. I bet you I was trying to guess like twists and stuff. And I guess this twist that a character was secretly another character. And in the movie, that didn't end up happening. But in the actual tale, it does happen. Oh. In the actual book.
So they subverted the original, but you picked up on what the original would have been.
Yeah. Wow. So that was really interesting.
People that had seen the original into thinking that was how it was going to go.
Yeah. I just love that. I thought the cinematography, Chris and I briefly spoke earlier about it. The cinematography is some of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, I need to revisit this movie, but just from what I saw, I was like blown away. There's a shot when he first sets out on his journey, and it's a long shot of him on his horse.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I do keep seeing this on Amazon, and I do keep meaning to watch it.
It's just a tale and a journey. It's so good. Number 3 is probably, if I was to say, it is the best film I saw this year. And the only other two that beat it are the most important film this year and the most fun I've had in a film this year. But the best film I saw this year, coming in number 3, is 9 Days. No movie affected me like any of these others on this list, except for maybe one of them. Number 2, Spider-Man: No Way Home. We all love it. I'm sure it's going to appear on every other list here tonight. And number 1, I'm sure will be high up on everyone's list, is Don't Look Up, the most important film of the year.
Very nice. Very nice. I love the last minute addition of the Green Knight there. That's fascinating.
Number 4, yeah. Did you see my review for Green Knight? It's one of my favorite reviews I've done.
Did you write a review? I need to read that.
It'll take you a second.
I will give a very quick shout out to everyone's letterboxd here. Y'all have been jumping on actual reviews lately and doing fun ones as well. And I highly recommend people check them out.
Yeah.
Do we even link that in our description? I don't know if that's even in
Nah,
there.
we don't link our letterboxes. That's just for,
that's for
the real fans.
Yeah.
Any volunteers to go next, or should I go next?
Go for it, Steph.
All right. So I think Alex has covered most of it. I just want to preface, I've blasted through like 7 or 8 movies in the last 2 nights. So a lot of these are suffering from the recency effect. I've probably missed out on a few that should have been on here. But coming at number 10, one that I was just like hot off the press, King Richard. Really enjoyed that one. Number 9 for me was 9 Days. Number 8 was Spencer, which is the A24 psychological thriller type drama about Lady Diana.
I need to watch that.
Number 7 was The Last Duel. Sorry, what was that?
I said I need to watch Spencer, and Braden agreed.
Yeah, for sure. I really enjoyed it. I was surprised, like I said to Alex, because Alex did mention to me it's an A24 film, and I realized as I was watching it, the way they've done it is very like tilted angles, very uneasy type feeling, like it's a horror movie almost throughout most of it, and the score is very anxiety inducing. So it was really interesting. Number 7 was The Last Duel. Number 6 was Luca.
Nice.
Yeah, Luca, I watched Encanto recently and I really liked that too, but I think Luca I preferred, and I thought I only wanted to have one Pixar in there. Number 5 was Spider-Man. Number 4 was In the Heights, which was going to be pretty much only, like, it was higher, but I watched Tick Tick Boom last night, and I thought that deserved a spot higher up than that. Both Lynn, though, so shout out.
Big year for Lynn.
Number 2 was Dune, and number 1 was Don't Look Up.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Lynn also did Vivo, which was not interesting.
Were you the only one that saw that this year?
I'm the only one here that's seen Vivo, and it's something.
I forgot about Vivo.
I get reminded because it's on like a Google ad, and that's about the only time I get reminded of that movie.
I see it on buses. It's weird.
Is it not good?
Really?
On buses?
On buses. You know how like they advertise movies on buses and that?
Yeah.
Yeah, big Vivo. Big Vivo advertisements.
Why Vivo?
Just still sitting there. That was halfway through the year, wasn't it?
Oh, you see, it's crazy how long those things stay up and shit.
Yeah, that's very true. They are not swapping those out in any sort of reasonable amounts of time. Goddamn. I will fly through mine very quickly, because mine is some basic Braden bitch shit. My number 10 is In the Heights. My number 9 is Encanto, which I just watched, and I really, really loved it. It's absolutely beautiful, and I love the fact that there is absolutely no villain, and I thought they did a great job with that. Number
the grandma's
8,
the villain.
I did think that.
The grandma
is a bitch.
She's a bitch, but she's not a villain. Like, you don't
She's a
like
cow.
her, but she's not the villain.
Chops obviously has strong feelings.
I love Encanto, but God, they gave us the scariest villain since Don't Look Up.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that. Don't Look Up fucked me up. Number 8, I don't know how
grandma fucked me up.
I don't know how cheeky this is, but I wanted to give it to Bo Burnham, Inside.
Nice. I appreciate that.
I'm not a Bo Burnham person at all. Never been into him at all. And then Inside
is
love.
just phenomenal. That's a very good shout.
More basic bit shit. Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, number 7. Number 6 is Don't Look Up. Number 5 is Judas and the Black Messiah, which I really loved. I thought that was really good.
I keep not
That
thinking that's. I keep thinking that's not a 2021 film. 'cause
Oh,
it-
Yeah, I was
Honestly.
actually just checking that because I was
Trying-
like, that's
trying to
mine.
go through and check like when films came out this last year was like, wait, was that
Because-
even last year or was that the
So,
what's happening?
I always use the Oscars as a reference, but the Oscars got delayed this year so much that they included 2021 films,
yeah.
like the early ones. So that's why that always throws me off.
Oh, that's weird.
Like apparently,
Um,
The Father's a 2021 film too, and that would like be my number one.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
goddamn.
We watched that last year, 2 years
No, we
ago.
we watched it last year.
Ooh.
Was that like very early 2021 episodes?
Yeah.
Interesting. Number 4 is Dune. Number 3 is Tick Tick Boom. Number 2 is Mitchell's vs. the Machines, which I absolutely really fucking loved.
That was high up on my list too.
Yeah. Oh, I stand by it. That film made me laugh, made me cry. It's wonderful animation. I have a lot of animation that was sitting in my top 10, and only after a couple changes it changed up. But yeah, Mitchell's vs. Machines, definitely my number 2 of the year. And then number 1 is obviously Spider-Man because I'm me. And absolutely freaking love it.
Well, it was my number 2, so obviously it's that fucking good.
Oh, it's that fucking good.
We love Spider-Man here.
I'll fly through.
I feel like
definitely-
Christian's quickly making his list now.
It does look
I'm
like it.
looking for indie films because I know there's more. I just
The
like
dig.
small ones.
You got to
I've
put
got
the dig.
I've got the dig. We've got some love for the dig, but there's more. I know.
We dig the
I
dig.
definitely didn't see heaps. I thought I saw more than I
I'm
did,
doing
and I
a
was like
final
scrolling
review.
through, and I was like, I didn't see as many. But number 10, I got Shang-Chi. Number 9, I got Encanto. Number 8, Mitchell's vs. Machines. Number 7, No Time to Die. Number 6, The Suicide Squad. Number 5, A Quiet Place Part 2. Number 4, Raya. I don't know. I just really like the setting, and I think out of all the Pixar ones I watched, that was my favorite one of the year.
It's
Yeah.
not Pixar.
Oh,
Well, Disney.
Disney, yeah.
It's all the same mouse.
Number 3, I have Tick Tick Boom. Number 2, I have Spider-Man, and number 1, I have Don't Look Up. That film had done things
Done things.
Okay.
to me.
All
Prepared,
right, Chris, you ready?
All right. I don't think we got 10.
Do you have a piece? Sorry, do you have a piece of paper?
Like my phone's here, so I was like, how do I write something down? So I got the old-fashioned.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right. So
But there's nothing sensitive on the back of that document, is
Is that
there?
a government document?
Yeah.
it's a Medicare document.
Please don't show that too much on the Zoom.
Just dock yourself.
I could have doxed. I lost my glasses. I may have doxed my address there, possibly.
Do you want me to actively try and go and blur that bit out?
You can have a look. 1 or 2 frames there. For safety,
I'll
maybe.
be honest, the camera quality is not great, so
Nah,
I don't think it got
It
picked
was
up.
probably fine. It was like this,
Yeah.
maybe. Okay.
Goddamn.
All right. So we'll go number 7. This is where my list is starting. And we're going to say The Guilty.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
Very
Yeah.
good.
the whole-
Very much,
Alright.
what would you call it? Like just him in a room.
Yeah.
Bottle-
It's a
bottle-
think I
bottle,
like that
bottle
one.
movie.
bottle
Bottle
movie.
movie.
Very good performance by him. Like, I don't think it ever shows, or it just shows a cop car pulling up. Like, there's hardly any footage.
Yeah,
outside
it's like a
Yeah.
very little bit of body
that
cam.
center
Or
that he's
something.
in. Crazy effective. Okay, I got Judas because we all love Judas. That's
Hmm.
number 6.
Big fans of Judas here.
Even though that was in last year's Oscars run, right? That's the confusion.
Is
Yeah,
that the
but it
confusion?
counts.
Yeah.
It counts.
All right, and number 5, The Dig, because we
Nice.
all love The Dig.
Love
Yeah,
the dig. Haven't seen it, but we love it.
All right, number 4, we got Last Duel.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, Spidey.
Hell yeah.
Number 2, June. Number 1, Don't Look Up. Nothing, no surprises there. No surprises there.
That's actually a surprise because you were so excited for June. The fact that Don't Look Up beat it, it's just a testament to that film.
Well, like,
Hmm.
I don't know. I was coming from June kind of outside because like I knew the story, and I was I was analyzing it as an adaptation of June. Whereas Don't Look Up, I went in and out, and I was like, so yeah, Don't Look Up.
I know
number 1.
I know a few of us had even mentioned it or put it on our list, but I'm pretty sure most of us here watched a Canto over the past week.
Yeah.
Sad because none of us got to see it in theaters because it was there
It's
and
a
then it
beautiful
left.
movie. It's visually
Oh,
just
was it only in there for
God.
like a short
I have
time?
I think it's still there, but as soon as we all saw
I-
it came to Disney Plus,
think-
we kind of just went,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
watch it there.
Yeah, I think it is still in cinemas at the moment, like in the like tiny cinemas.
They didn't
But
advertise it or anything.
no, not at all.
I didn't realize it came out in the cinemas.
Yeah, I didn't
No.
realize it'd come out in cinemas until I saw it on Disney Plus. So, but sat down and watched it the other night, and it just made it into my top 10. But like, I absolutely loved it.
It was this year's Boxing Day movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
very
it's
much.
I think it's one of the prettiest movies I've seen. Definitely the prettiest Pixar movie that came out this year, in my
Oh,
opinion.
It was
I
very
thought
pretty.
I actually thought the songs were pretty like incredible.
I think my favorite was Louise's song.
Yeah,
the Strong Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. But also, We Don't Talk About Bruno is fantastic.
Oh,
That's
it's such
yes.
a bop, and it just
Yeah.
it just keeps going. It starts
When it
and you're
cuts
like,
to the
"Ooh,
shape,
this is fun."
when it
Yeah,
comes to
when
the shape shifting kid, he's incredible. That's so good.
Yeah, it was great. And the visual style they did for that, where he is straight up just like shape shifting within like a couple frames of the animation. So it just is so fluid and quick. They can have so much fun with it. I thought it was great. I thought the whole cast were fantastic as well. And that the little kid is so lovable. Oh my god.
Have you seen the
Yeah.
photo of like this family watching it, and their youngest child looks exactly like the kid, and he's
No.
just standing next to
Really?
it, and
Oh my god.
it's so good.
That's great.
Yeah, but that movie's awesome. I
Yeah.
really love that movie.
I loved it. I think Michaela's favorite character was the house, because the house is very lovable in that film as well. Yeah, it was great fun.
Yeah.
What else have people been watching recently?
Oh god. All right.
Here we go.
I got two
Shall we get
two big things. Two big things I watched over the break. Here's one of them. We'll start with all of these,
Those three.
Yes.
Yeah.
and then one more
Oh,
because in anticipation the new one came out, and I want to quickly talk about this one right here. Out of everything, this is Revolutions.
the third
This
one.
is meant to be the bad one.
The third one being.
I love this. This is arguably this is my favorite one, except for one, of course. But this is my next favorite. This movie was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? When I was little, I was like chucking the third one, go to the machines fighting the humans. That was the moment. Like, plot
It
story.
was-
Don't need that. Don't need that.
Oh,
business.
crazy.
But here's the thing, Christian. I didn't hate the story. I really liked how everything wrapped up and they did everything.
Okay, wait, no, you can't have liked Keanu on the train. Neo
Oh,
on the
that was
train.
fine.
No, the train goes for too long. Every time I put that movie on and we get to Neo in the train, I'm like, here we go. This scene somehow goes. The sequence goes for longer than the entire movie somehow.
The biggest issue for me was like the third one really starts to push it with all the religious shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even
Yeah.
the second one pushes it a little bit with the man that's meant to be the devil, the French guy. But look, the second one's like a
Yes.
sick action film.
Yeah. Oh, the
like
action in the second one is great.
the fight in the house with all the weapons is awesome.
Mm.
That's
Oh, yes.
yeah, that's
The,
such
like,
a sick
medieval
fight.
weapon.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then
Yeah.
And then he
And
comes
then-
and hits the little stuffy on him.
yep.
Yep.
Yeah. But of course, yeah, I actually number 3 surprised me heaps, especially with how violent they are. They're only M, but number 3, some guy in a mech machine gets cut the shit up, and that's so graphic.
But there's definitely like sentinel arms going through someone's chest or something.
Yeah,
from
like,
behind. There's like very
but it all led somewhere. It led to maybe my favorite. I didn't see it in theaters because unfortunately, COVID.
Yep.
But my God, The Matrix Resurrections was a ride.
that is not positive or negative.
I'm very intrigued to hear your thoughts.
Same.
It's a good film? It's not. It really isn't. But the first 45 minutes may be the most. I didn't know what was going on for the first 45 minutes of that movie. It's basically the first 45 minutes is basically the first film.
Yep.
In
It's
the
the
terms of they
resurrection.
literally show you the first film.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like the stuff I really did love about it was all the real world stuff, like seeing how the peace happened with the machines and the humans, and how the war kind of crept in and started again. And I really liked all the things they did in the real world. But in terms of the Matrix and the villains. Like, I love Jonathan Groff, but who the hell chose him to replace Hugo Weaving as the new Anderson? Because it doesn't work.
It seemed like they sort of just hit a current popularity white guy generator and hit shuffle on all these different actors who have been in a bunch of stuff recently.
They did that with they had the Black Man generator too, because the guy that plays Morpheus, my goodness, was he also just not needed to be in the film.
Oh, really?
It didn't feel like the character Morpheus was on screen. Like it was a new character, not new actor. Like it didn't feel like Morpheus.
It felt like someone got told they were Morpheus, and they were like, "Well, I'm Morpheus now."
Guess I'm Morpheus.
Yeah, it wasn't Morpheus. It didn't feel like the same character in any way.
Well, Chris, I hope you know that Morpheus did canonically die in the Matrix online MMO game.
He's dead in the real life, by the way. Morpheus in the Matrix Resurrections is a computer program that Neo made while he was in the new Matrix.
Yeah, and Neo made him be Morpheus in a modal.
Yep, that makes sense.
If we quickly spoil it, like the way that the first 45 minutes is set up is that there's a new Matrix, obviously. Keanu Reeves is back as Mr. Anderson, Thomas Anderson.
How did they trick Keanu into getting him back into this world, Alex?
I don't know, but they did tell him. But he is a software developer, he's a game maker, and he made the Matrix trilogy game. The Matrix movies exist as video games in this world, and he's a creator.
Yeah. So the machines have put Neo back in the Matrix, and the way they've tricked him into thinking it's the real world is that all his memories of the original 3 movies are video games that he made, because he's a software developer.
Oh, that's some Ubisoft shit.
Yeah,
oh man,
but I didn't mind that. I like that.
I like that too.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I'm so here for that.
This was like nothing I thought it would be.
Yeah, that was a legitimate way that Neo could have been back in, like, they've put him back in there. He's just living his everyday life, like, logging in and making games.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, and he has memories, and he's like, it doesn't make sense. The world's not real. Much like in the first one, how, there's something wrong, but he's not sure. And I thought that way of bringing him back to that spot, and then when he wakes up again and having that awakening moment. Second half of the film, Alex.
The real world stuff I still love. I think bringing Niobe back was awful because even she looked weird with the prosthetics I had.
How did she age so much and Neo didn't?
I don't know.
I was like, wait, was she 20 years older than Keanu Reeves in the first?
I think Neo and Trinity didn't age because of what the machines were doing to them. I think that's how they explained it.
Okay, right.
Because also Neo has his sight back now.
Yep.
So
yeah, that's true. Okay, that makes sense in the canon.
So that's that. But I thought she just didn't work in the role, and I really could have just used another character. Talking about new characters, though, Bugs is the best addition to the movie. Bugs is awesome. She's like kind of meant to be the new. She's probably the main out of all the new characters. She has the most to do, and she's awesome. She's the one in the trailers with the blue hair.
I just googled it to see if it was her. Yeah, awesome.
So she's actually awesome.
On the Naomi point, like I don't know if her as an actor was an issue. It was more like the character in general didn't instill any like plight of the humans in me.
No, to me, it was literally she was a carbon copy of the guy from Reloaded and Resurrections that didn't want them flying going out and doing shit.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
like that's what she was. But in terms of like the big reveal of the main villain of the film, truly bad.
Okay, Smith has no energy in this movie, right? There's no Smith presence. I'm sorry, like the character's supposedly there, but it's just not that. Yeah. It's not.
Can we spoil the main villain? Does anyone care?
Yeah.
So Neil Patrick Harris, who was his therapist, who was his therapist in the Matrix, he's the what's he called, the analyst, and he created the new Matrix.
He's like the architect of the new.
Okay,
and he is so. It just doesn't work because he's bringing a level of this performance that just it's not working with everything else.
He's sort of like overacting in the role.
Yeah.
Or...
he has one line where he's like angrily like destroy them when his plan's not going right, and it's just like really is like, oh, that's not a program like speaking in the Matrix. Like it just, I don't know.
I thought the swarm mode was cool, how all the bodies just start leaping out the buildings at the end.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool.
That was a little saving grace in the end. It was like, okay, that's a cool concept. They did that all right.
Yeah, and the whole movie's just, I love it. They try to make it a love story between Neo and Trinity, and like Neo's got to save Trinity from the machines in the real world, but they also got to save her conscious from the new Matrix.
Trinity did a hit for me.
She's barely in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then when the ending happens, for me, it was just like, okay.
Yeah, because she's got all the power now in the new one.
It was like, okay.
Yeah. Look, overall, it was very disappointing, but I'm still gonna watch it when I watch them all again.
How is the action and the CG and all that? Like, there's
one memorable action fight for me, and it doesn't touch anything in the third film, where it's just a fight between New Anderson and Neo in like a basement, halfway through the film. It's when the Merovingian rocks up as an old homeless man too, and it's good. It's a good action scene, but like it's good in terms of it's just well filmed. Like there's nothing really cool about it, like the old Matrix films.
Yeah, I felt the fighting, like in general, the choreography, it was like pretty basic in terms of how movies go these days. You know, bang, bang, parry, punch, parry.
But I felt Keanu felt really slow too.
Happening. Whereas I was rewatching Matrix 1, the Smith versus Neo fight, and I was like, this choreography is interesting. Like, it's not just quick cuts and bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Like, you're watching it and you can, like, it's got a coolness to it. It didn't have any of that. Like, I could see the contrast so heavily when I rewatched the first one. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I got to watch all of them. And I was really thankful that the new one came out because it gave me a reason to watch the other two, and I really enjoyed them.
I'm glad you went back and watched them and enjoyed them. I'm glad you finally got around to it.
So something else came out because I'm not sure if anyone here has even started watching it.
No, I've been watching something else, so I do need to jump on it as quick as I can.
It's Cobra Kai season 4. It's out. This is the first season produced by Netflix. They only acquired season 3 last time and they distributed it.
Yeah.
Nervous.
And I was nervous too, but I can thankfully say every issue I had in season 3 was they fixed it in season 4 and they didn't do it again. And my favorite thing in the world is they made the Karate Kid 3 relevant.
Yeah, because the guy from that comes back, doesn't he? Terry
Silver, the man himself. This evil guy right here. You can see him grinning.
Yeah,
there he is.
God.
He is a multi-millionaire who dumps toxic waste. He is a part owner of Cobra Kai with John Kreese. So to quickly explain the Karate Kid 3, it's wild. Kreese is at rock bottom and he just wants to like torture Daniel LaRusso because he's Daniel LaRusso. Him and Miyagi took everything away from them.
Yeah,
and he goes to Terry Silver, who was a former member of Cobra Kai, and they give him backstory in season 3 that like him and Chris were in the army together. That doesn't really matter in number 3 though, because Terry Silver says, "Hey, I'm gonna go to Daniel, say I'm an instructor for Cobra Kai. I'm not like Chris. I want to help you train and be better because Mr. Miyagi doesn't want Daniel to fight in tournaments anymore because he doesn't think it's any good for him." So Daniel goes, "Screw that! I want to fight in the tournament. This guy's gonna train me, and I'll be a Cobra Kai, but like not under Kreese because it's good Cobra Kai now." And this millionaire tortures Daniel LaRusso, makes him aggressive and angry, and then just like it's so weird, but it's amazing because the actor that plays Terry Silver is just like so over the top. There's scenes with him in this big Scarface bathtub with a cigar laughing, and of course now coming into Cobra Kai, when you bring him in season 4 as a villain, we have to address the elephant in the room. This guy was a maniac last time we saw him, and they literally just explain it by him going, "Yeah, look, I was so high on cocaine that I spent months torturing a teenage kid." He goes, "There's nothing normal about that." And like they explain like that, and it's just like, okay, because when they do it, they flash back to all the weird shit in Karate Kid 3.
Oh my God.
And yeah, look, this season, Terry Silver alone takes the mantle of best villain in Cobra Kai. We didn't think they could do that from Kreese, but they goddamn did it. He's incredible.
I'm very excited to jump on this.
The second one.
Pardon?
Are the flashbacks like in the earlier season when they flash back to the second one a lot?
No, in this they do it. It's I think season 3 and season 4 have really done it well, because there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't have seen 2 and 3. So
I'm definitely one of them.
Yeah.
So some of that is important, but like, this is probably my favorite season of the show so far. It just really worked well, and I was saying before going into it that I wanted this to be the last season just because how they ended season 3. But to see where they ended this and where they're going, bring on season 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. I don't care. I don't care. Just keep
Did you
going.
finish the whole show, or is it week by week release?
Nah, it's binged. I watched it in one sitting.
Wow.
Very nice. One sitting, my God.
Very nice.
It's awesome.
Cool.
And they give so much. It's like Ted Lasso when you think there's characters that you can't love and then you start to love them.
Well, I mean that is literally the reason I haven't gotten on Cobra Kai yet, because I finally got around to watching Ted Lasso.
Everyone's watching Ted Lasso now.
I think maybe I got 2 or 3 episodes left, and I started 3 days ago.
Damn.
Do you like it?
Very nice. Very good effort.
Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump them up.
I keep not having great amount of sleep because I'm like, oh, one more episode. I'm getting too into. Oh, I'm really into this show. Like, I don't think there's anything else I could say like apart from like anything you guys have already said on across multiple episodes. Like, Ted, like I love Ted. Like, I just like, you can't find like a fault with him. He's just such a nice person. And like all the footballers, like it's great to see them like, you know, give them like character and stuff instead of saying, oh, they're these pro athletes. Sort of. Yeah. I don't really know much what else to say really. You can like, they've already talked about it heaps, so
yeah.
That's all I've been watching. So as soon as I finish the last few episodes, I'm going to jump onto Cobra Kai.
Nice. Very nice. I want to thank our incredible Patreons who support us for doing this show at patreon.com/Millennial Talk. I want to thank Jai Perry.
Ooh. Hey, Jai.
Jai Perry.
There it is. Wow, there's such a lag on that.
Fuck you on the couch.
Okay, fair enough. That's a special Patreon tier. But you can support us. You can check us a buck or two, and you can help make the show happen. Help make it better and better as we one day get back to being in person and actually using all the equipment that we have.
Go Crows.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Can I talk about one thing too, by the way, that was on TV? Not on TV. It came out on Binge or HBO Max, wherever you live. The Harry Potter reunion.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I don't want any spoilers though, because I haven't seen it yet.
It's not like a movie. You can't really spoil it.
Yeah, but like people spoil the Friends reunion. I don't want to spoil the Friends. Like, you know, it's the same.
Well, the Friends. Well, let me talk about this.
What was there to spoil in the Friends reunion?
Just like
they're all grown up. Oh, you ruined it.
It's like, oh, Cara Delevingne.
So I'm gonna be honest. If you think this is like the Friends, I'm gonna be honest. I thought the Friends reunion was shit. The Friends reunion was really awkward and awful. We had James Corden being really weird on the couch, and you could tell none of the actors were in it. And then the actors came out after, and they said the only part of that thing we enjoyed was the opening where they all got to talk to each other and go back to the set.
Yeah,
and like
and you can tell because that's the only really good bit.
Yeah,
all the James Corden stuff was shit.
I just want to watch that, see the train wreck now.
It's really weird. They get like famous people to come and catwalk some of the costumes from the show, like Justin Bieber and all that. And then
it's a weird vibe.
It's bad. It's not very good.
Not what I thought it was at all.
It's so weird.
May I say though, the Harry Potter reunion is handled perfectly. You don't have a host. They're not even all just in one room together. It's a lot of you see a few reunions of people like meeting each other again since everything's happening, and like they split it into 4 chapters and they put 2 films in each chapter. So like, and they talk to the directors of each of the film and the guys from how they approach this one, and then you got to like learn from the actors of like they talk about how number 4 all of them were on the height of their hormones, and all that, and so I have so much more respect for Chris Columbus though after hearing him talk about the first 2 films, because he had to carry this all on his shoulders. because if that first film didn't work, this whole thing wouldn't work. That first film, it's like I like it more thinking about how important it is to the rest of the story, because like of what they had to introduce, the world they had to build.
And the sheer amount of quality that they had to hit to be able to continue it. Like I just saw a headline come out with the reunion that EA were going to develop a like online MMO like game about the Harry Potter world and everything in the like early mid 2000s, and they were like, nah, we don't think this has legs, we're not going to do it.
There's
point though, like consistently they're great, right?
Yeah, there's not. It's weird because you look at them, and I actually think they're the best franchise of cinema, like in terms of like quality and quantity. Like there's not one bad.
Lord of the Rings.
No, but like there's 3. That's a trilogy. This has got 8 films.
Okay,
this is
and
The
Hobbit, and the TV show comes out soon, doesn't it?
Yeah, so
it's certainly up there where somehow, even across different directors, they certainly some of the films have different feels. But yeah, how do you see that?
Alex, did you say Palpatine?
I think it's a great effort.
Chris said somehow, and I finished it. So yeah, I had the member berries. I was there. The interviews where you like the only really group interviews they do is the main trio, and like you just get and there's no interviewer there feeding them questions. Like it's just them talking. Like obviously they would have had a producer prompting stuff, but like in terms of like they all just got to talk about their experiences with each other, and like there's moments where one of them's just like, I'm not sure if you guys felt like this during it, but like some of them talk about how they grew up from the ages of 10, some of them down to 9 to 18, almost 18, playing these characters, and some of them are like, I don't know where I began and my character ended. Like, and they talk about like to the point where hearing my actual name was weird, and like stuff you don't think about that, and like I just thought that was so interesting, and it's like one of the aspects I enjoyed the most of it.
Kind of crisis.
Yeah, because like you think about growing up like that, being that young and playing a character that's got like during the important developmental years of your life, like that's got to somehow mess with you.
Sees them as well. It's like, oh, it's wrong. Like, and they're like, yeah.
It's just everyone associating you with your character instead of like you as the person.
And not even to the point where like someone in like a one-off movie, like a child actor is in something. Like the fact that they're consistently these characters forever, like that's crazy.
So now I'm gonna go back and watch them all again.
That's very fair.
Don't you do that every year?
Yeah, this time every year I do it, so we're on par.
There you go.
We're checking out.
We have a guest here. Oh,
hello, Cat.
I'm loving the cat cameos. It's a good time.
Oh wait, you can get cat cameos now? What? How much do they cost?
Man.
Oh, we like that.
I set the cameo count too.
Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about before we get into the second half of the show?
Quick buzz for Atonement, which I finally got around to watching. Old film, but I think 2007, something like that. Possibly wrong, possibly right. Yeah, loved it. So, my phone's falling.
You nailed it. 2007.
Yeah, great film. Really good writing. One of those where you're kind of working out what's happening as the cast is in the first half, and then it just runs away with it. Like there is a Dunkirk sequence on the beaches at Dunkirk with the British forces, much like the movie Dunkirk. It manages to carry across the like isolation, the aloneness, the being stuck, the wanting to go home in the space of half an hour, whereas instead of that entire movie that's about Dunkirk, like this one like long shot of him walking the beach, the desperation is intense. Like that's what had me thinking about this movie the next day. So yeah, I gave that a 5 out of 5. So it had to be mentioned for sure.
Awesome.
Very nice. Well, we're hoping we're going to get some 5 out of 5s this year. We're not off to a great start right now, being where we are right now. But movies should be good. So what's everyone keen for this year?
Oh, we all got lists? Do we all have lists?
Yeah.
I have a list. I didn't really rank it or anything though.
I have a list. I put 11 in because the number 11 has to be mentioned, and arguably in a great world, this is going to be the best movie of the year, and it should be number 1 of my list next year. And that's The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yeah.
This is the Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With
Yes.
Pedro Pascal's in it, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Here's the plot. Creatively unfulfilled and facing financial ruin, Nick Cage must accept a $1 million offer to attend a birthday party of a dangerous superfan. Things take a wildly unexpected turn when Cage is recruited by a CIA operative and forced to live up his own legend, channeling his most iconic and beloved on-screen characters in order to save himself and his loved ones.
Good Christ.
That sounds kind of
great.
amazing.
If anyone
Yeah,
hasn't
right?
watched the trailer yet, you gotta go watch the trailer. It's such a strange
I
energy.
didn't even know this film was coming out.
Yeah. That's like him in
I-
real life though, because he did all these crappy movies because of financial debt, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
you got to watch, and they joke about it too. In it, like isn't he at the spa with Neil Patrick Harris?
Is it possible that this actually
Yeah.
happened, the plot of this film?
Maybe.
It's
Could've.
mine. Sorry, the cat's jumping on my camera stand.
Braden, I have a list on my phone here, right?
Yep.
Can I and it's every film I think's in your top 10 and most anticipated.
Yeah, Alex and I kind of had a little sus.
Can I have, and there's only one question mark I have, and that's for the number 10 spot, and I have 2 things that I think it either could be, but in no particular order. Please tell me yes as I run down this list.
Yep.
Into the Spider-Verse Part 1.
That's my number 1, of course.
Yep. Thor.
Yep.
Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Aquaman 2.
No.
Oh no. Black Adam.
Ooh.
Nope.
The Flash.
Yep.
Black Panther 2.
Yep.
The Batman.
Yep.
Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
I'm glad you got that one.
And so obviously Aquaman's not on there, and neither is Black Adam. But I also put Sonic 2,
Okay.
and I put Uncharted.
No. So,
Okay.
so those weren't there. The only ones that you didn't get were Scream.
Okay, cool.
Scream.
Interesting.
Turning Red, the
Oh,
Red
yeah.
Panda Pixar film, which looks like great fun, and Lightyear.
Yeah,
What
Lightyear
else?
just got bumped off my list.
Oh, I'm very keen to see what they do with Lightyear. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
So I kind of try to put some of my list. I try to be like choose outside the ball ones, but then I saw Steph's list and I said, "Nah, I'm pretty in the ball here." So at number 10, I have something called the Adam Project.
Okay.
This is Ryan Reynolds and the director from Free Guy doing another film
Ooh.
together, and literally the premise is a man travels back in time to help his 13-year-old younger self. Together they encounter their late father. So
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like it's got potential.
Yeah, damn. That's a great selling point.
Mm.
Like,
My
just
number
the
9.
crew.
Sorry. My number 9 was Don't Worry, Darling. I love it. Booksmart was incredible. It's got a great cast. I'm really excited to see what it's like.
Yeah, that's
So,
gonna be a horny one.
number 8, I have Jordan Peele's new movie, Nope.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I saw
Uh,
that when I was scrolling through. I wasn't sure what it was.
There's no premise
What do you
yet.
do after this?
Pardon?
I have a lot of Googling to do after this.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for whatever that ends up being. Number 7. Yeah, number
Is
7.
Morbius.
No, not anymore. You got delayed, Braden.
Oh man.
I have Babylon. Is it Babylon or Babylon?
Babylon.
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 Is it Baby
is-
One?
Is it Babylon? It is Damien Chazelle's new film. First Man,
La La Land.
Whiplash, something else he did that was not as great as the other two. But
Moonlight. Oh wait, no, sorry.
no, sorry, wrong, Braden.
Ah.
So the cast in this is actually amazing. I'm looking at the cast now, and I didn't really notice this was the cast, but
It's
my
very
goodness,
exciting stuff.
Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Samara Weaving, and Tobey Maguire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like that pricks he
Goddamn.
is. So I'm very excited, and obviously he makes great films 2 out of 3 times. At number 6, I have Knives Out too. Other than the fact that it's been filmed and and the cast is out, I'm very excited to see what happens here.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, coming out to Netflix next year. Let's get keen.
Oh, I am very excited for that one. I love Knives Out.
Number 5, I have The Batman. It's the there's one other superhero movie in my list, but yeah, I'm very excited for it. I think it could have the potential to be one of the best Batman films we have.
Mm.
And Colin Farrell as a Penguin is going to be nothing short of amazing.
Oh, he looks like he's giving that role 110%.
At number 4, it's the film to come out next week. It's Scream.
Yeah.
Biggest. I'm one of the Scream. The first Scream is probably in my top 5 movies of all time. I adore that movie. I can watch that movie any day of the week. It's incredible. It's the film that got me into horror. And yeah, I think it's I just can't wait to see what they do with the new one. I trust the creative team behind it. And that's just pray it doesn't fucking suck.
Fingers crossed.
At number 3, I have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. I thought this wasn't coming out next year.
Yeah.
This year now. I thought this was coming out next year. So I'm very excited that it is coming out this year. I think it comes out in September. So
it comes out in October.
October?
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that. My number 2 was my number 1 for last year.
Ooh.
And it got delayed. So Mission Impossible 7 is my number 2, and I cannot wait for that. I love those films, but my number 1's a film that I'm still not certain is going to come out this year. We've all been waiting for it. Apparently it exists and they filmed it. It's Avatar 2.
Oh,
yeah.
It's finished. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's my number 1 for the sheer fact of, are we going to see it? Is it going to come out? I feel like it's meant to have come out the last 8 years.
Maybe.
But I won't be convinced until the film finishes.
halfway through the movie, you still not believe that it's happening.
The black.
Yeah. So just based on the fact that like it's most anticipated this year, because like is it going to exist?
Yeah. Will it be good?
Yeah, I don't even care if it's good or not. I just want it to exist at this point.
It's fair enough.
If it sucks, that's not going to be great, because it means we've got 4 other ones, because they are filming them all back to back to back. So they're kind of doing them.
Yeah, they if this one doesn't get it off to a good start, I will be surprised if we see whatever the last one is.
Yeah. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next if you want, unless someone else going to pipe up just then.
No.
You feel free to go.
That's good Zoom management right there.
Very good.
Management.
So I have 10 on my list, but technically I have 13 because the number 9 spot has 2 slashes in it. So
I thought you said you had Ted on your list, and I was like, no, that came out in 2012, Steph.
I'm going to go for a third.
It's 2022, not 2012.
I need a third one, Alex. It needs to be a trilogy.
Steph.
Let's do it. Let's make Ted 3 happen.
Number 10 is Death on the Nile.
Oh yeah.
Death on the Nile was a placeholder because I didn't include Knives Out 2 as much as I wanted to. Didn't have a title, so I thought I'll put Death on the Nile there, kind of Agatha Christie vibes. So that was that. Number 9 is Lightyear, and or we'll re-put from last year Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Yeah,
that didn't come out, and I really want it to come out, so I'm just patiently waiting.
I wonder if that exists too.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything about it, so I mean, yeah, hopefully. Number 8 is The Northman, which is the.
This is what I wanted to put.
Interesting.
This was on my list too.
I have no info on hand about it because I'm operating on my phone. I've got this written down. So like,
there's a trailer.
Is there a trailer?
Yeah,
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Alexander Skarsgård's in it. It's like,
but it's also the Lighthouse director, so that's what I'm most interested about.
Very exciting stuff because that's a beautiful movie.
That nearly made on my list.
Number 7 is the Elvis biopic. I don't know if it's been given an official name yet.
This is the one that gave COVID to Australia.
I think it's just called Elvis.
Yeah, I think it might just be called Elvis.
This is the one where Tom Hanks gave it to us.
Right.
Oh, is that what he was filming for?
I love Elvis Presley, so I'm excited to see. I'm actually really excited. There's always a biopic.
Austin Butler as Elvis is a weird shout to me.
Weird shout, but kind of his name's Austin. which makes me think of Texas, which makes me think of country.
So they came to Australia to film it. So is it actually going to be a biopic about that cartoon show from the late 90s, early 2000s?
Little Elvis?
Little Elvis?
Little Elvis.
I remember that.
Vance Lerman's directing it too. It nearly made my list as well, Steph. It was on the short.
I think it's gonna be really good. I'm just excited. I love his music. So
can I just say, do you know what movie I've always felt has got so much shit that it doesn't deserve?
What?
Australia. I like
Australia.
Oh, I have kind of seen it.
I've never seen it.
But it was critically acclaimed when
Seen
it
like
came
10,
out.
15
Was
minutes
it?
of it.
I remember being a huge.
I feel like the
out.
advertising was bigger than the movie.
Oh,
like,
I
when it
agree with
came
Chris
out,
there.
it was everywhere.
It
I
won
remember that-
every Logie or every actor award that year.
I remember that interview that Hugh Jackman had for it, where he goes, "I'm an Australian playing an Australian in a movie called Australia." And it's just like, you nailed it.
It kind of felt like the same energy of like something like La La Land jerking off Hollywood. It was kind of like Australia jerking off Australia.
Yeah.
Number 6 is the Batman. Number 5 is the Spider-Man Spider-Verse movie. Number 4 is Nope. Number 3, Alex brought it to my attention, was Operation Fortune, which is a new Guy Ritchie movie with Hugh Grant in it and everyone else that we love. Jason Statham. Very keen for that. Number 2 is Babylon, because that's just like me to a T. I'm so keen for that movie. Yeah. And number 1, Don't Worry, Darling, because that's another that's been hyped up.
Didn't you end up going back and putting Spirited on there? I thought you would have put Spirited on there.
Which one was? Oh yeah, that one. That one almost won me over, but I don't know.
There's a movie coming out. It's Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell in a musical adaptation of the Charles Dickens Scrooge.
Christmas Carol.
Wow.
Yeah, Christmas Carol.
Okay.
That's
right?
Something. Those are some keywords.
That's going to be like interesting as shit.
Yeah. I'm very excited for that too. That would have been my 13th or 14th shout out if I could.
That is wild.
Who's next?
Damn. Braden, you want to go?
I went.
No,
you did already. Oh yeah, Alex. All right. So
basically got him.
But why are you excited for Thor, Braden?
What? Why am I excited? You want to know why I'm excited for all these basic ass movies?
Because you're a Superman.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Person.
Don't even get me started on the MCU Disney Plus shows or Obi-Wan.
Somebody has to get excited for them.
I'm the one. I'm keen to see Ewan McGregor back with the lightsaber, my man.
It would be good.
And I'm keen for She-Hulk.
The member berries are working hard on that one.
Has anyone watched any of Boba Fett?
Yeah, I watched the first
episode. I was glad that they actually just fucking committed and showed him getting out of the damn pit.
Oh yeah, really? You just escaped from the Sarlacc pit?
Yeah,
like first episode, like you get like 4 minutes in and it's there.
Oh, that's great. I'm pretty sure the like extended lore nerds have been arguing about like, the Mandalorian armor wouldn't get what is it, like devolved by the Sarlacc stomach acid, so he could survive.
Yeah, and it's exactly what they did.
If anyone here's seen Parks and Rec, there's a joke where they need to hold up a like city council meeting, and they get some guy to come and give his plot for the new Star Wars sequels, and he starts by going, "We're on Tatooine. We see the twin suns panning down. You see a hand come out from the sand of Mandalorian armor. It's Boba Fett climbing out, and it's legit. Someone's paired it with the actual footage, and it's the exact same.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, because he does the big hand coming out of the sand. It's ridiculous.
All right, I'm gonna jump on that. I wasn't excited till you said that.
Oh, Chris, I think you'll actually enjoy it. I think you will.
That's good. That's
all right, Michael, get into it. There it is.
Cool.
Oh, mine's up there.
Scratched up one.
I was going to say, if I quickly say one thing, is that about I was talking to a friend. The only thing I don't love about it is the dialogue in new Disney Star Wars. It just doesn't feel like Star Wars. It feels too casual. Like the scene where he's talking to the Twi'lek guy, that guy's dialogue and his voice just doesn't suit Star Wars at all.
Yeah,
I can see where you're coming from.
It's sort of...
Sorry, Chris?
Is it not taking itself seriously enough, I said?
Matt, I think so.
There's one guy stands out in particular out of the bunch.
Yeah.
But like it's very much the like, hey, we got this actor to come in as a Star Wars character. I think I don't know, he
Frozen
looked
director,
familiar,
real quick.
but it was very much like, oh, he's being the like this like comedic relief bit in the middle of the episode, because like the rest of the episode is like survival and like not doing well. So
Should we let Michael say his list?
go for it, Mike.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I don't have really an order to these. I do have to agree with Alex with Avatar. Like, I would just love to know that it's a thing and there. Another one.
Apparently, it's going to make
us
us shit. That's what James Cameron said.
Yeah. I hope he lives up to his promise.
I don't.
Hey, it's got to be good. If it's going to make you shit, it's got to be good, right?
Yeah, diapers at the door.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what I'm interested to see is Jackass Forever, because obviously they're all much older now, and obviously there's not the dynamic with like Ryan Dunn and Bam.
Do you know
There,
who's in it?
no, not really.
Eric,
I'm
is
just.
Eric Andre? in
Eric
it?
Andre is in it.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay,
And
okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, like that is gonna be freaking amazing.
So I'm interested to see what they go for with that. Another movie that I know is probably not going to be great, but I just kind of want to see it at this point is The Kingsman. I had it on my most
Oh, yeah.
anticipated list last year.
Oh, that
Um,
would be on mine. Is that coming out this year?
Comes out like tomorrow.
It's
Yeah.
your man Ray Fine.
Yeah.
It's not good, apparently.
Oh, I'm holding out. I'm holding out for hope.
I know
Rah,
I know
rah,
it's not going to be. And, yeah. Knives Out 2 would be definitely up there now, realizing that that's coming out.
Yeah.
Interested to see Uncharted, because just kind of intrigued to see how they'd go with an actual movie, because like obviously we had the little Nathan
Fillion.
Fillion short, as
Yeah.
probably, and I mean like that was good. I'm just interested to see how that goes. I got the Batman, I got the new Doctor Strange movie because multiverse and whatnot. Got
Right.
Spider-Man, and then probably my top two would be Lightyear and Mission Impossible 7.
Very nice. Very
Okay.
nice.
Now, I don't have a list as such. I've got some honorable mentions, ones I actually knew about, because a lot of these I'm hearing about for the first time tonight.
Chris is so hooked into the news cycle.
Yeah. So yeah, Avatar 2, I've been waiting on. We're all keen on that. Jackass, I was going to mention. That's a good one. And then it's definitely another one that didn't come out twice now, and that's you know, I have a need for speed.
Oh, Maverick comes out this
Part
year,
two.
right?
Oh
That's
yeah,
What happened to Maverick? It didn't come out. Did it get delayed twice? So that's
Yeah, it's meant to come out in 2019.
God,
Well, we're
wow, is
still
that meant to be
like
2019?
really that old?
Yeah.
Wow. So they delayed it, being like, oh, we got to finish up this stuff on it, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So yeah, I'm keen for that when it reaches us.
Yeah. One
Yeah.
day.
I'm
Yeah.
happy that no one's mentioned John Wick 4 so far, because that recently just got delayed to 2023.
Oh, okay, God.
Yeah. I don't know about that one.
I mean, I'm interested.
Yeah. We hit all
So-
the hit it on the head there, haven't we?
I just wanted to see if anyone else was going to jump in on that at all. I think that's the episode. I think
Hey.
that's certainly a first
That's
episode of
something.
2022. It's something, and if you want to help make this something continue something throughout this year in some context or another, you can support us by actually following us on a podcast service of your choice, or subscribing
we
on
have money?
YouTube. We can have some money as well. If you go to patreon.com/millennialmovietalk, you can chuck us a buck or two, which would be very nice. We do need money to live, because we live in a capitalist society.
Well said.
Yes.
Yeah. But we can change that. Oh no, I won't get on board with that. But yeah, and you can
Let's get climate change under
find our
control
socials.
first, and then we'll move
yeah.
on to that.
please do that. And
one
you
thing
can
at a
Money
time.
to pay for our antigen tests.
oh Jesus, don't even get
Did
started
you see
on
that? Did you see that
Oh.
the one of the spokesmen came out today and said, like, we're gonna be launching investigations into places we find are overcharging for them, because like they've gone
Good.
from $50 from 5 of them to $90 for 5.
Okay,
Jesus.
I
Really?
just loved the clip of our great leader saying that nothing's free, nothing comes for free. It's like, well, okay.
Okay,
Except
but
for
Car for free, you get your
everything
phone
else.
for
Don't
free, you
even
get
need
your
to start
fights for
there.
free.
You work for the government.
Except
You're
this
right,
is-
it's not free.
so our taxes just
Actually,
will go towards profiteering for big corporations
Yeah.
that are already profiting throughout
That's so
town.
technically, our
ironic.
taxes
Like,
pay for his salary, but they don't
it's
pay
just
for the
idiotic because,
Yeah.
like, the US and the UK have them for free.
Yep.
I understand you should only give them out for free to confirm cases. Close contacts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
enough.
that's the way to go, and then maybe have them installed to buy if you're not a close contact.
But who's going to pay for them, Alex?
The people.
The people will come.
God damn.
People
With that,
come.
vote green in these 2 elections that we're about to have here in South Australia. We have a
'em.
federal election as well.
Get Steven, get ScoMo, get them all out.
Oh, fuck them,
Vote for
honestly.
whoever you want to vote for. Don't think it's a 2-party system when it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Vote for the marijuana people if you want.
Yes, next to
That-
marijuana party.
I will say the Greens are also doing the bit of the good green.
Yes, the Greens do want to legalize the green.
Yeah, which is fitting. And I think that's a fitting note to end on. So with that, as always, I'm Brayden.
I'm Alex.
I'm Michael.
I'm Steph.
I'm Christian.
We're out of here.